Hello guys, I'm Akanksh. Today my friend Nishant and I will discuss how the SURF algorithm works. Firstly, what is SURF? It is a robust interest point detector and descriptor which is called speeded up robust features, abbreviated as SURF. This approach for detection and description outperforms previously proposed schemes with respect to repeatability, distinctiveness and robustness, yet can be computed very fast. Some of the applications are camera calibration, object detection, 3D reconstruction and image registration, and there are many more. The author's main focus was on speeding up the process of detecting the interest points. Nevertheless, it should be less complicated. At the same time, it should be scale invariant, rotation invariant, and also photometric variation should be taken care of. And finally, the size of the descriptor should be less, but it should also have the enough information for distinctiveness. As a feature size directly affects the cost of computation, we try to maintain a low size descriptor. The algorithm is explained in two parts, detector and descriptor. So before that, we'll just look at the sum of the previously related works, which is Harris corner detector. Here the key point is detected by computing the eigenvalues of the second order moment matrix, but it didn't take care of scale variation into consideration. Second is the Laplacian of Gaussian. This algorithm overcame the drawbacks of Harris corner, so it is scale invariant. It also used the Hessian matrix determinant for detecting the key points. Third is the Harris Laplacian detector. This is an updated version of Harris corner, where it used the Harris corner response for detecting the interest points and then the Laplacian for the scale detection. And lastly, the fourth is the Swift algorithm. This is the most widely used technique. It approximates the Laplacian of Gaussian as difference of Gaussian, and it reduces the computation cost drastically, but its only disadvantage was its 128 dimensional descriptor. Here is a quick overview how the SURF algorithm works. As said before, we'll have two parts, detector and descriptor. In detector, we'll discuss about Hessian matrix, difference of Gaussian, integral images, and in the descriptor, we'll discuss about Harve-Wavelet response, reduced complexity, and the sign of Laplacian. Now coming to the methodology, we based our detector on Hessian matrix because of its good performance in computation, time and accuracy. However, rather than using different measures for selecting the location and the scale, we rely on the determinant of Hessian for both. Given a point x, y in an image I, the Hessian matrix is computed as below. Here Lxx is the convolution of Gaussian second order derivative with image I in point x, y, and similarly Lx and Ly, Lxx, Lyy and Lyx. Difference of Gaussian is being approximated into a box like filter, and this is nothing but Harve-Wavelet filter. We will discuss later about how the approximation will help us in faster computation when we use the integral image. Integral image. The entry of an integral image at a location x, y is represented by all the pixel value, sum of all the pixels in the input image of a rectangular region formed by the point x and the origin. Evaluating the sum of intensities over a rectangular region requires only 4 array references, regardless the size of the image. We just need to find out the values of A, B, C and D, therefore by which we can compute the summation of all the pixel values by just using this formula. Integral image value at D plus integral image value at A minus integral image value at B and integral image value at C. So the cost has now reduced from order of n square to constant time. For example, let us take an image I and its integral image is computed, and as discussed above, integral image is nothing but the summation of all the pixels given in the region will be represented at that particular point. So summing up all these values will give us 988, and summing up all these region values will give us 3490. So if we want to calculate the response, filter response in this region with all ones, normally it will take order of n square, but the use of integral image we can just do it in constant time. Just by calculating p, q, r and s, we can perform three operations, which is p minus q minus s plus r. This will give us sum of the all pixels given in this region. As said, we will be approximate the difference of Gaussian into simple filters. These filters are nothing but Haar wavelet filters. The Haar wavelet response can be easily obtained by using the properties of integral images. After finding the response, we will then get the Hessian matrix. Now we are supposed to find the determinant of this approximated Hessian matrix. As we have seen that we have approximated the Laplacian of Gaussian filter into an approximate difference of Gaussian, thereby we are having some mismatches. Therefore, to consider for this mismatch, we have modified the determinant of Hessian matrix as dxx into dyy minus 0.9 times of dxy whole square. Now coming to the scale invariance approach, for finding the key point, we generally convolve the filter with different subscaled images and then do non-maximum suppression in the final step to remove unnecessary key points. As of this approach, it is a small disadvantage is as we subsample the original image, the quality of the image or the information in the image will be lost as we subsample more and more. But in the surf algorithm, as we are seeing the power of integral image, what we can do is instead of subsampling the image, we can take the image constant and then vary the scale of the filter with an appropriate sigma value. Here sigma is nothing but the standard deviation of Laplacian of Gaussian filter. Our initial filter will be of scale 9 cross 9 with sigma 1.2, and as we increase the scale of the filter, accordingly the sigma value will be changed. Let's say it is we have a filter of size 9 cross 9, the sigma value will be 1.2, and if it is 27 cross 27, the sigma value will be 3.6. And this is the end of key point detector.
Now comes the descriptor. It mainly consists of two parts. The first step consists of fixing a dominant orientation based on information from a circular region around the key point. Then we construct a square region aligned to the selected orientation and extract the surf descriptor from it. Firstly, we calculate the Haar wavelet response in x and y direction, and this in a circular neighborhood of radius 6s around the key point, with s the scale at which the key point was detected. Also, the sampling step is scale dependent and chosen to be s. The wavelet responses of size 4s are computed at that current scale s. Accordingly, at high scales of the size of the wavelets is big. Therefore, integral images are used again for fast filtering. Only 6 operations are now needed to compute the response in x or y direction at any scale. The side length of the wavelets is 4s. Once the wavelet responses are calculated and weighted with a Gaussian of sigma 2.5s centered at the interest point, the responses are represented as vectors in a space with horizontal response strength along the abscissa and the vertical response strength along the ordinate. We then calculate the sum of the vertical and horizontal wavelet responses in a scanning area, then change the scanning orientation and recalculate until we find the orientation with the largest sum value. And now this acts as the dominant direction of our feature descriptor. For the extraction of the descriptor, the first step consists of constructing a square region centered around the interest point and oriented along the dominant orientation. For the upright version, this transformation is not necessary. The size of this window is 20s. The region is now split into smaller 4x4 square subregions. This keeps important spatial information in it. For each subregion, we compute a few simple features at 5x5 regularly spaced sample points. For reasons of simplicity, we call dx the Haar wavelet response in horizontal direction and dy as the Haar wavelet response in the vertical direction, where the filter size is 2s. Horizontal and vertical here is defined in relation to the selected interest point orientation. So to increase the robustness towards geometric deformations, the responses dx and dy are first weighted with a Gaussian again of sigma 3.3s and centered at the interest point. Further, to improve the robustness of the model, we apply a Gaussian filter of sigma 3.3 over the obtained Haar wavelet responses. This resulting wavelet responses dx and dy are summed up over each subregion and form a first set of entries to the feature vector. In order to bring in information about the polarity of intensity changes, we also extract the sum of absolute values of the responses, magnitude of dx and magnitude of dy. Hence, each subregion has a 4-dimensional descriptor now, which in a vector x for its underlying intensity structure, where the vector v is given by dx, dy, mod dx and mod dy. This results in a descriptor vector for all 4x4 subregions of length 64. The wavelet responses are invariant to a bias in illumination. They are invariant to contrast changes, and it is achieved by turning the descriptor into a unit vector. Here we can see that the Haar wavelet response for some intensity patterns. For the first one, as it is a uniform region, we will have all Haar wavelet responses as 0. In the second, we can see that there is a change in gradient along x, but dx is equal to 0 as there are equal number of positive and negative gradient changes, whereas the absolute value of dx is non-zero. And in final images, both gradient and absolute gradient along the x are high. For fast indexing during the matching stage, the sign of Laplacian, that is the trace of the Hessian matrix, for the underlying interest point is also included. Typically, the interest points are found at blob-type structures. The sign of the Laplacian distinguishes bright blobs on dark backgrounds from the reverse situation. This feature is available at no extra computational cost, as it was already computed during the detection phase. In the matching stage, we only compare features if they have same type of contrast. Hence, this minimal information allows for faster matching and gives a slight increase in performance. So this is how the implementer is implemented. So first we have an image, and then these are different type of augmentations possible. We kind of try to stretch the image or rotate the image to see whether our descriptor or the detector is invariant to rotation. These are the results we obtain from our code, which will be given in the description. So we can see that the surf matching is done properly, irrespective of whether the image is upright, whether it is rotated, whether its scale is changed, whether it's stretched, zoomed in, zoomed out, etc. So these are the references we have taken for integral images and for the surf implementation code. So that's all from our side. Hope it was useful. Thank you.